Help support AMTV by becoming a patron, an AMTV staff member, and following us over on Twitter. Hi there guys, it's Adam Martyn here, and welcome back to another video. Sorry about the impromptu camera setup here. I've had to set this up and record really quickly because today, the day this is coming out, the day I'm recording this, is when the trailer for The Power of the Doctor, Jodie Whittaker's final adventure, has dropped. Now, fans have been waiting for this for quite a while, and to be fair, I think ever since we got the teaser at the end of the last special back in April, we've been clamouring for new information, for a trailer, for anything. And I think it's fair to say parts of the fandom were getting quite worried, some maybe a bit overblown about it, but I mean, this is coming now 2 weeks before broadcast, and we have a broadcast date now. It is confirmed it will be on Sunday, the 23rd of October, so just a little over 2 weeks away. Very exciting stuff. It was on the 7th of October, we got a little teaser saying that this trailer would arrive the next day, and I think a lot of people expected the trailer to drop on the 7th because, of course, the 7th of October is the day of Jodie Whittaker's first episode, The Woman Who Fell to Earth. However, the 8th of October also has a significant date. It marks 56 years to the day of the first, 56 years to the day of the first episode of the last story of the First Doctor. The 10th Planet, the final story of the First Doctor, began on the 8th of October 1966. So, you know, does the BBC social media team plan these things like that? Maybe not. They did plan the time, though, as the trailer dropped at 13:13. Very clever. See what they did there. So we finally have a trailer. So what can we deduce from it? Well, if you're watching this, I'm already going to assume you've seen the trailer. I'm not going to react to it live per se, because I don't really do those sorts of videos, and I've watched it several times already just to get like more of an analysis of what we've got. So if you haven't seen the trailer, go and check it out. It's on all of like the BBC Doctor Who socials, on YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff. So I think the first major thing is we get a bit of exposition from Kate Stewart saying seismologists, people who help like measure volcanic eruptions, have disappeared. Famous paintings have disappeared. I wonder if we're going to get a call back to Day of the Doctor, you know, in the Black Archive. We see Ace there. We see Ace looking at a missing painting. Again, Ace and Tegan are back in this. I'm sure we're all aware of that, but we still don't know really how they're going to fit into this. So we'll have to see. We also see a building being destroyed, like almost like a high-rise being destroyed. Near the top, I thought its formation was becoming like the Empire State, but I'm not too sure what this could be, but still, very dramatic opening. We see the gang landing on top of what is, I think, confirmed in a synopsis as a speeding bullet train. Dan sticks his landing, he gets a 9.9. A little bit of comedy from John Bishop. Of course, he is a comedian naturally, and I've always found him quite endearing, quite funny. I saw him live earlier this year, actually, and he was very good. It's nice to have a bit of comedy in there. Now we see the Master, clean-shaven Master, that is, in the TARDIS with Yaz pointing a gun at him. Yaz pointing a gun at someone had been, I think, a thing like well early on, and some people had speculated who it could be at, so it's implied just from the way this is edited together she's pointing the gun at the Master. We don't really know for sure, but alas, we also see a Dalek projector. Now I think the Dalek projection looks quite cool actually, but it's warning the Doctor that there is a Dalek incursion on the Earth which is imminent. And like, yeah, that sounds cool, but how many times now, just in the TV show alone, have the Daleks tried to like make an incursion of Earth? Do you know what I mean? It's not like you never tried these before, guys. You've never tried this before at all. But we do get a little cool shot of some sort of, well, I don't know what it is, some sort of ram or drill pounding the Earth with Daleks watching on. So all very quick shots in this as well. We also get a shot of Vinder near the TARDIS. Again, Vinder's back in this. We're not quite sure how, but he's here. The gang's all here. It's like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Everybody's here. Now, this has already become a meme. Literally hours after this trailer has dropped, this is already becoming a meme. Yaz warns the Doctor that this might be a trap. We don't know what this is, as it were. And we get a shot of the front TARDIS panel that literally just says, ha 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 ha, all over it. Obviously, it harkens back to 2008, where at the end of Turn Left, everything on the TARDIS became Bad Wolf. This is just ha 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 ha. Very mastery. We're assuming it's the Master, of course. But this has already become a meme on Twitter. I've seen several of my friends, several other people as well, just post this with various captions. I tried to think of a witty caption quickly, but I literally just retweeted it because I couldn't think of anything. But yeah, people are coming up with their own funny captions. So if you've got one, let me know as well. And we also see, which I haven't seen people talking about yet, this sort of orb of light thing. We get a shot of that with like little tendrils coming out of it. Not quite sure what this could be. Maybe it's like some sort of gateway or portal to the multiverse, well, which was established, of course, during Doctor Who Flux last year. Or it could be some sort of energy. It could be some sort of weapon. We don't really know. Again, it's just we're getting little glimpses here. And we get that shot again of the Master telling the Doctor she's going to die. But not only die, she's going to be erased forever. She's going to be gone. So the Master's clearly got plans to erase the Doctor's entire history, which has already happened to her once, really, with the Timeless Child. So yeah, stakes are certainly high. We also get some cool shots of Earth, and then here's this one where the Earth is seemingly being attacked by... And I couldn't work out what this planet was. At first glance, it just looked like another version of Earth. Maybe it is another version of Earth from another time, but maybe it could be another planet of some sort. But, I mean, it looks cool. Some people I've already seen saying it's Mondas, which is the Cyberman's home planet. I don't think it is, but who knows? We also get a shot of the Earth being hit by this red beam thing, which the sound of it sounds like a Dalek-type weapon, and they did say there was going to be an incursion, so the Earth is clearly under siege on all fronts by everybody. But just on those shots of the Earth, particularly the one with the two planets, the CGI, again, I'm not a CGI expert, but to my eyes, this looks quite nice. Like, a lot of the shots in Flux that depicted space were really nice too, so keep up the good work there, guys. Now, one shot that's been already occupying a lot of opinion is this one, where it looks like maybe it's that energy ball is a weapon, it's blasting something, but if you look at the bottom of the screen, there's two TARDISes, two police boxes, one on the left, one on the right. Now, this could mean a multitude of things. This could mean the Doctor's in two places at once. It could mean we actually get an appearance of the fugitive Doctor, as played by Jo Martin so brilliantly. It would be great, as I mentioned in my predictions video, it would be fantastic to see her like appear in this final episode, at least give that character some closure, if not for good, at least in this era of the program. And we also get some more quick shots, the Master looking pretty jubilant. We've got the fam falling through like a portal. We've got Ace coming down on a parachute for some reason, so Ace and Tegan are going to be full in the action. And the scene of them firing guns, although we can see they're firing them at the Cybermen. Ashad's at the back there. Now, I mentioned again in my predictions video, we're not quite sure why Ashad's here, given the events of the Timeless Children, but he is here, mind you, so great to see Ace and Tegan back in the field once again. We get a shot of this high-speed bullet train, which again I think was listed in the synopsis, along with the caption of her final battle, which seems to be the slogan of this finale for sure. You get Yaz saying she doesn't want it to end. Thasmin stands be going mad, you know. We could be getting something big. Who knows? Who knows? And we cap off with, in a very similar vein to the initial teaser, with the Doctor brimming with some sort of energy, might be regeneration, might be something else, calling out Yaz's name in fear, and that is it. Confirmed for the 23rd of October, 2022. There's been some new pictures released as well, again on the BBC Doctor Who social media accounts. You've got one of the fam in the TARDIS in the spacesuits, which looks pretty cool. You've got one of Ace and Tegan looking over some stairs, flanked by some soldiers, presumably UNIT maybe. Then you've got the Master as Rasputin, which has been confirmed, actually. I'll get into that little synopsis in just a second, but he is Rasputin. And you've got, again, a better shot of the Doctor in some sort of chamber brimming with energy, flanked by Cybermen, no less. And I'm assuming that one on the left, even though it's blurry, certainly looks like one of the Masters, what did he call them? Cyber Masters or Cyber Lords, the Time Lord Cyberman hybrids. So nice to see them again. And the newer design of Cybermen too. So the synopsis we have so far for this episode reads as follows. Who is attacking a speeding bullet train in the edges of a distant galaxy? Why are seismologists going missing from 21st century Earth? Who's defacing some of history's most iconic paintings? Why is a Dalek trying to make contact with the Doctor? And just what hold does the mesmeric Rasputin have over Tsar Nicholas in 1916 Russia? The Doctor faces multiple threats and a battle to the death. Now that synopsis might already scare some people into thinking this is going to be very messy, very cluttered, and I think we already knew there's a lot going into it. And at this point, as long as I'm entertained, it can be as messy as it likes. But you know, we'll have to wait and see. Rasputin's an interesting one. We haven't had him in Doctor Who before. I did see some people as well say, oh, they shouldn't have gone with Rasputin, given, you know, the whole situation with Russia, Ukraine, and what's going on there. But I mean, this was written, recorded long before that kicked off. So I don't think they're going to necessarily say anything that's going to be inflammatory or whatever. I don't think it's going to spark anything, basically. And it's set in history again. It's saying 1916 Russia. So I'm just excited to see Sacha Dhawan's take on the Master and all these little side characters he seems to be doing. I think that's going to be quite cool. So yeah, that in a nutshell is the trailer. I mean, what we get some things, you know. We're clearly going to get a lot of Ace and Tegan action, as it was hinted in Doctor Who magazine. They're not going to be just mere cameos. They're going to be front and center. It would have been cool to hear a line or two for them in this trailer, but alas, we also know that the Doctor's now going to be erased, or at least that's the plan. She's not just going to die. She's going to be erased forever. And there's a Dalek incursion on Earth for some reason. Yeah, there is a whole lot going on, my guy. There is a whole lot going on. Will they be able to pull it all off in 90 minutes? Who can tell? Who can tell? I hope so. I hope so. I have faith. And again, ultimately, I've reached that stage in my life where when I watch Doctor Who now, like new Doctor Who, I'm watching it to be entertained. If I'm having fun, I'm having a great time. Like, you know, when I first came into it as a kid, it was that as well, on a more, I guess, like innocent level of a child. You know, you're not over-analysing things, you're just enjoying it. Then I went through the Matt Smith era, where I got into my, like, teenage, very critical, very I will not have fun phase, and then gradually through Capaldi and then in Jodie's time, I found that love of just watching it again. So obviously I'll review it, I'll give thoughts, good or bad and stuff, but for me, for this special, if I'm entertained, I'm a happy guy. But yeah, I'd be very curious to know what your thoughts are on this trailer. Do you think it's been a good enough tease, you know, with 2 weeks to go? Do you think this trailer gets you excited? Does it sort of make you think, well, I don't really know anything new? Do you know what I mean? Let me know your thoughts on the trailer, basically, and let me know what you're thinking about the Centenary special, about Power of the Doctor. It's so weird. We went for months without a title, and now we've got one. But let me know your thoughts. It's in 2 weeks' time, and keep an eye on this channel, because there will be a review, hopefully on the same day, on the 23rd of October, but if not, at the earliest, it'll be on the 24th. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. That would really help us out, and also subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. I've been Adam Martyn from AMTV. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Thank you to our patrons for helping to support the show, and a special thank you to Macra, Hux Media, Ben Freeman, Ethan Carberry-Holt, Bruce Danton, the Broken Kitsumanoid, and Francine Salazar, our AMTV staff members.